So dear students, now we are going to learn about the pricing part of the beverage. In this pricing part of the beverage, we are going to learn about the four parts. In the first part, we are going to learn about how to price the normal alcoholic spirits. The second part would be focusing onto the wine part, and the third part would be related to the liquors, and the fourth part would be related to the pricing of the alcohol. As in the first practicals, I think we have already covered how to find the cost price, but in today's practicals, we will have to find out its price of the menu, the price of any kind of drinks that we are going to be used on the menu card of the beverage. The very important aspects or the method that we are going to use is mostly used in the five-star hotels also, and this particular method is called division method or maybe idle beverage cost method. Here generally if we talk about the beverage cost of any good restaurants, we would be finding that the beverage cost generally ranges from 20 to 24% only. So in this practicals, I'm going to teach you how to find the pricing and the meaning of beverage cost. If like for take simple example, we are considering the beverage cost if we are taking it as 20%. If we have taken beverage cost as a 20%, it means for every 100 rupees that we have been earning, out of that 100 rupees, 20 rupees we are actually spending in preparing that beverage. So the rest of the 80 rupees is what? Whether it is net profit or gross profit. Obviously, it will be considered as gross profit only. Why gross profit? Because out of that 80 rupees, we will have to take out the other expenses. Like we'll have to take out the overhead expenses, we'll have to take out the employee cost, we'll have to take out the labor cost, electricity cost, and the rental cost of the restaurants or maybe the bar. So if we have been saying it the beverage cost is 20%, it means for every 100 rupees that we are getting from the business, from the bar, 20 rupees we are spending to make that cocktail, mocktail, or to make that particular drink itself. And the rest of the 80 rupees, we are keeping it as a gross profit. Now let's start learning it one by one. So first, we are focusing on the drink part. Here, if you will see, I have made the three different areas or three parts. In the first part, we would be dealing with the alcohol. In the second part, we would be dealing with the wines. And in the third part, we would be dealing with the liqueurs. So why we are keeping it three parts? Because if we talk about the alcohol and if we talk about the standard measure for any beverage, like if you have been serving the whiskey, if you have been serving the dark rum, here the Captain Morgan, the dark rum, maybe Bacardi white rum, or maybe Grey Goose vodka. So the standard measure will be 30 ml. So the method of calculating would be slightly different. Here we would be taking 30 ml. In case of a wine, we would be taking 120 ml per glass. Here we are actually trying to find out the price of one particular glass of the wine. Likewise, here liquor is there. For liquor, the standard measure is 60 ml. So these three measures will have to always keep in your mind, because in practical exams, these three measures will not be disclosed by myself. It will remain hidden only, and you will have to use your own common sense. First, we are taking it one by one. First, if I will take an example of Shiva's Regal 12 years. So here the quantity of a bottle is 750 ml and its price is 2920. Here the price is 2920. So first of all, we need to actually find out the cost of one peg, means the cost of 30 ml. For that, I am choosing this particular bracket, and here first of all we'll have to use this formula by using the equal to sign, and here 2920 divided by 750 into 30. Why 30? Because 30 is our standard measure or the peg measure. So again here I'm repeating, in order to find the cost of one peg, the cost of 30 ml of Shiva's Regal, which is 12 years old, will be equal to 2920, means the cost of the bottle divided by the quantity of the bottle, that is 750 ml into 30 ml. So here the cost is coming around 116. Again, I'm trying to use it in the case of gin also. Here in the case of gin, here the gin is Bombay Sapphire and Hendrick gin. So we are focusing on the Hendrick gin because it is looking quite very expensive. So here for 750 ml bottle, the price is 3950. So here again, in order to find out the cost, we'll have to use the equal to sign, and 3950 divided by 750 into 30. So here the cost of 130 ml of Hendrick gin per glass will be coming is coming around 158. So in the exam, I will ask you the questions like uh, find out the menu pricing of Shiva's Regal, where we are taking the beverage cost to be 21%, right? So again, I'm repeating the question. The question will be something like that, like find out the menu price of Shiva's Regal per peg, where the beverage cost is 21%. So whenever any percentage has been given to you, first of all you need to find out the 21% is equivalent to what in terms of decimal. In order to find out that, pick any of the block and use the formula 21%. We are trying to convert 21% in terms of decimal. So it's very easy. Just 21 divided by 100. Again repeating, equal to 21 divided by 100. So it is coming around 0.21. So if I say 21%, so 21% is coming around in terms of a decimal 0.21. And now we are going to find out its pricing. Now the cost is there in front of us. The cost is 116.8, and the decimal of the beverage percentage is also there. So if the beverage cost is 21%, so in terms of a decimal it will be 0.21. And the method we are using is the division method or ideal beverage cost method. So we will go to the pricing. We will select the box here equal to cost of the beverage. Here the cost of the beverage is cost of the Shiva's Regal 12 years is 116.8 divided by the decimal beverage cost. Here the decimal beverage cost is 0.21. So our beverage cost, our pricing is 556.1905. Approximately you can take it 557. It is 557. So again I'm repeating the same thing by our Hendrick gin examples. Here for take simple example, there is a twist in the question, and the twist is rather than using 21% beverage cost, if the beverage cost is used as 23%, then what will be its price, the menu price of the Hendrick gin per peg? So again here the beverage cost is 23%, so we'll have to use equal to sign, and here 23 divided by 100, so it is coming around 0.23. So again I'm repeating, 0.23 is the decimal value of our 23% beverage cost. And here also we are using the division method. So formula will be equal to again 158 divided by 0.23. So here the price is approximately 686. So this is one of the example. These are the two examples in regard to the alcohol. So now moving to the wine. Here the rate is 470 and the quantity is 750 ml. Here Sula Cabernet Shiraz is there. Cabernet Shiraz is basically the red grapes, so it will be considered as red wine only. So here the quantity is 120 ml. First of all, we need to find out the cost of this wine. In order to find out the cost of this wine, here it will be equal to sign 470 divided by the quantity of the bottle 750 into the quantity of per glass, that is equal to 120 ml. So it is coming around 75.2%. Here also, if I will ask you, the beverage cost is 20%. So here the 20% means 20 divided by 100. So it is coming around 0.2. So 20% in terms of a decimal is 0.2. So again, in order to find out the price, we'll have to use equal to sign, and the cost is 75.2 divided by 0.2. So it is coming around 376. The very important thing you'll have to keep in your mind is the fourth point which has been given out over here. This is Marcus de Pompadour. It is basically to be considered as Indian very famous sparkling wine. So any kind of a sparkling wine, I am repeating this sentence one more time, keep in your mind, any type of a sparkling wine is supposed to be sell out by bottle only. You will not have to sell any sparkling wine by glass, because if you will try to sell sparkling wine by glass, then maybe you can easily be able to serve to one or two guests, but the rest of the guests will not prefer to get any sparkling wine from the bottle which has already been opened, because we know very well the sparkling wine contains the fizz. So automatically, if we will keep on serving the sparkling wine to many number of guests, automatically your sparkling wine is going to lose its fizz. This is one factor. Second very important factor is any kind of sparkling wine is also not to be served by glass. Again repeating this factor, very important. Any type of very expensive wine, like if we talk about the wine which is coming from the AOC regions of the France, from which contains the AOC label of the France, Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée, which is to be considered as the finest quality of the wine law. So that kind of an wine, any expensive wine, is also not to be served by glass. That is also supposed to be served by the bottle only. So here in this case of sparkling wine, here the quantity we will not take it 120 ml. Rather than that, here we have been serving directly by the bottle only. So we will take the quantity of the full bottle. So in order to find the cost price of this particular sparkling wine, again equal to sign will be there. Next to it will be price of the bottle. It is 570 divided by 750 and into 750. So ultimately you will get 570 only. And here again, if the beverage percentage is you can say that 20%, so again in terms of a decimal we are going to get 0.2 only. In order to find the menu selling price of this particular Marcus de Pompadour, so it will be equal to 570, which is the cost of one bottle, divided by this decimal percentage 0.2. So it is coming around 2850. So this is all about the wine and the spirits. Now moving to the liquor part. After that we will touch the cocktail part, and that will be enough for today. So here in the liquor part, if you will see, the quantity is 60 ml. Again, I'm repeating, for spirits it was 30 ml, for wine it was 120 ml. In some of the organizations like in the Oberoi, there they will consider per glass of the wine is supposed to be served as 150 ml. But in most of the other hotels, you would be finding they would be charging 120 ml only. they would be keeping the quantity per glass 120 ml only. So if we take the standards of the Oberoi, then according to that, in one 750 ml of a bottle, you can easily be able to serve to 5 glasses. But if you will take the quantity to be 120 ml, then by serving 120 ml per glass, you can easily be able to do the service to 6 guests. And small amount of the wine can be left out for tasting to the guest. So moving to the liquor, here the second number of a liquor is called Drambuie. Drambuie is a kind of a liquor which is basically having the alcoholic base of whiskey, and it is having the flavor of honey and, as usual, herbs. First of all, we need to find out the cost of per glass of Drambuie. So it is equal to 2960 divided by 750 into 60. So it is 236.8. And here, if I've been trying to keep the beverage cost percentage to be equal to 24%, then it will become, in terms of a decimal, it will become 24 divided by 100. So obviously 0.24. So as far as its price is concerned, it will be equal to 236.8 divided by the division method we are using the ideal beverage cost method. So it will be divided by the decimal part of the beverage percentage, and here we have taken the beverage percentage to be 24%. So it will be divided by 0.24, and the cost is coming somewhere around the 1,000 rupees, that is 986.667. So as far as the practical exam is concerned, there are 2 to 3 factors you'll have to keep in your mind. First of all, you must be aware about the quantity of any spirits. Here we have been using one pack that is equal to 30 ml, which is basically used in the hotel also. And for the wine, here we have been using 120 ml, for liquor 60 ml. Very, very important thing, for any sparkling wine, I will not disclose the quantity that is supposed to be served. For any sparkling wine, you will have to take it the whole bottle only, and I have already discussed you the reasons behind it. Now moving to the last part of it. The last part is here. Again, we are going to do in the same way. As you know how to find, it is the name of this cocktail is Tequila Sunset. And as you know very well, how to find out the cost of this particular tequila, because that particular things we have already discussed earlier. So after finding the cost of this tequila, I think this was the part of our first practical, or maybe I think second practical. It was the part of the first practical only. Okay, fine. So moving to the costing part of it, here the costing is coming around 162.4, and again here we'll have to find out its pricing. So in order to find out its price, so in this particular box, I'm trying to find out its price. So in order to find out its price, if we will consider it to be 23%, the beverage cost is 23%. So 23% is equal to, in terms of a decimal, 23 divided by 100, it is 0.23, and its pricing will be equal to 162.4 divided by 0.23. So it is coming somewhere around 706. So again, making this point very, very clear, this 706 is the menu price. And again, I'm repeating the last part. Whenever we are saying our beverage cost is 20%, it means by selling that particular beverage, if we are getting 100 rupees, out of that 100 rupees, 20 rupees we are actually spending in preparing, or maybe in that will be considered as the cost of that particular beverage, and the rest of the 80 rupees that we are getting is to be considered as gross profit. It will not be considered as net profit, because from that 80 rupees only we will have to pay the rest of the expenses. That expenses can be your rental expenses, that expenses can be the salary of your employee, that expenses can be overhead expenses like telephone billing will be there, air conditioning will be there, water billing will be there, xyz will be there. We are going to discuss all those things in the details once we are going to learn about how to make the PL account. So this is the end of the practical.